So let's go ahead and get rolling. A couple things first. We need to time and date stamp this. We are going to be going over some market information, some financial unemployment, GDP information. So if someone's watching this in a week and what we're saying today is completely ridiculous, that's why we want to time and date stamp this. So it is May 1st, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. The other part is a very big thank you to Keeping Current Matters and everybody over there, Steve Harney and the crew. A lot of the research and the graphics are directly from them. The methodology that we're going to be talking about today, it's very simple. We're always looking for long-term and reliable resources for market information and the analysis as well as the science behind it. The logos in the lower right, those are just some of the resources that we're using. So this is not opinion. This isn't what I feel. No one cares what I feel. Everybody cares about numbers. All right. So the disclaimers up front, nobody can give you perfect advice. If anyone tries to do that or tells you they are, run from them and run quickly. Number 2, this is what we're seeing taking place in the real world. Number 3, this is what the science has to say. Based on all that, I'm going to give you the best advice that I possibly can. Talking more specifically about the market in general, impact of COVID-19 on showings, right? So this graph is from Showing Time. It's a service that we use to have people request showings and stuff. Basically, we can see that at the beginning of the year, right up until about March 3rd, keep in mind these are national numbers, we had a very nice increase in showings and then right down at the bottom. We now see that that's coming back up, little dip back down, and now we're back on the rise, right? Good news. People are out looking at homes. This is from the Z report. The Ivy Zellman is the editor there, right? We note that the inventory as a percent of households sit at the lowest levels ever, right? So the housing market, uniquely positioned to lead the economy out of the financial recession that we are in. In 2008, housing market caused the problem, all right? So those of you that are out there that are thinking, hey, I was thinking about selling, if you'd like to help bring the economy back, let's get the house on the market. There's people that are going to buy it. They're not going to take a bath on the pricing either. We're going to get to that in a minute. All right, so a little bit more about seller traffic. And these are some really powerful images right here. So obviously, map of the country, February seller traffic index. This is from National Association of Realtors. Dark blue is strong, meaning a lot of sellers saying, hey, we're ready to sell right now. Light blue it was stable. Gray is weak, right? That's February. COVID was kind of in the very back of everybody's minds, if anybody had even heard about it, if you're paying attention on the news, right? Here's March. Big difference there. Let me rewind that. Nobody's raising their hand going, I'd like to sell. Here's the buyer traffic in March. See all those dark blue states? Those are people that want to buy homes. Even the light blue states, people want to buy homes. There are no gray on there. I don't see any gray. Those of you that are thinking of selling, you got a lot of buyers that are out here. They're ready to roll. They are absolutely ready to roll. All right, so a couple more slides. U.S. home ownership percentage rates. Right, we know that back in '96, roughly 65%, increased up into the 2004-2005 range to 69%. Housing issue down to 63% in 2015, 2016, and now we are coming back up. All right, so what is causing this? Median asking rent since 1988. Renting is going up with the internet, with video, with social media. People are able to get information out to people. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it might not have been as easy to figure out or to learn the value of owning instead of renting. You might have had to have heard that from somebody. Somebody had to have shared that with you. You can't just get on Google. There was no Google 30 years ago, all right? So from there, Terry Haggerty with Goldman Sachs in 2008, you saw a large number of Americans who thought that maybe borrowing a bunch of money, buying a house is not the best investment. I think you may see the opposite effect this time around. And that just simply has to do with the housing market, which we're going to sum up here in a minute. National Association of Home Builders, the number of homeowners increased by 2.6 million, while the number of renter households declined by 600,000. Indeed, the number of homeowner households has been climbing since the third quarter of 2015, while the number of renter households has been on a downward trend. This implies that the transition from renting to owning has been a powerful driver of the net increase in households, right? The big question that everybody had was, are millennials going to buy homes? The answer is yes, they're buying a lot of them.